When you link it all together, that's what you end up with. I knew you had what it took. I knew it. It's Phoenix! Yay! Ah, Daddy! Mr. Wright, you believed in me? Not really. Oh my gosh. Huh? I just thought that it'd make a cooler entrance than say, hiya. Why do I even bother hoping? Where have you been lately, Daddy? You haven't been coming to the office at all. Ah, sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission. Secret? We like you're undercover? Yes, he's with the CIA, who knew? Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter and not as well dressed. Dang! Oh man, how was Lemoire able to hear the voice? I forgot I have a decision to make. Welcome back, everyone. And it's time for some more Apollo Justice. Is this finally the chance to get Daryan on the stand? I don't know, we'll have to see. Quick recap. Very, very quick. What do I remember? Brought Machi on the stand, found out he could speak English, right? And then we got Lemoire back on the stand to redo her testimony, and we're trying to nail down the contradiction of like the window's closed. How could she have heard Daryan's voice? I think that's like the quickest recap I can do. I know I'm missing some other holes, but like it's fine. I'm just excited to continue forward. I just really want to pin Daryan. All right, and I said my choice for this was gonna be that she was somewhere else, right? So yeah, let's go with that. When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it had it been open, either. Meaning, it was impossible to hear the voice through that window. Ah, it's good to hear you making sense again. This guy, I swear. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Borginian, too. That would be great. Then it would go, like, full circle. Oh my gosh. As I was saying, Lemoire could not hear the voice through that window. So there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely. Yay! But what's this? You do amuse me so. And here I thought you in good sense were back on speaking terms. Okay, dude. Goodness sakes, Clavier. Now I'm afraid you in good sense speak two entirely different languages. Okay, that's good. I like that. Shall I interpret it for you? What? Shall I interpret for you, Hair Forehead? Lemoire clearly stated she heard the voice through that small window. And there is only one small window at the scene. Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene? But there is? Wait, are we gonna say Lemoire is in the vent? I know that look. He wants us to ask him. Very well. You claim Lemoire heard the voice from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was. You know, Judge, I could show you, or you could try thinking for yourself for once. Sorry, I completely missed whatever he said. Oh, Lemoire heard the voice from here. You know, just saying, Judge, it wouldn't hurt you to have a little bit of common sense. Oh gosh, I don't mean to be so mean. I'm just joking. I'm guessing we're going with the vent? Because, like, what else is there? Yeah. Literally, if this is wrong, I don't know what else is there, so... This is where Lemoire heard that voice from. But that's no small window, that's the air vent. What did she tell us? She said she's a Borginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window.
Objection!
Ooh, now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous and into ludicrous. So Lemoire was up in the ventilation system listening to this man's voice. That's the only logical explanation, yes. Logical? I do not think this word means what you think it means, Hair Forehead. Okay, what about it isn't logical? Ha, it hardly merits saying. Why would Lemoire be in the ventilation system? Hiding like a rat, no offense intended to her, of course. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Lemoire? You have been listening to our discussion here, yes? Yes. I admit it's had me quite confused since yesterday. Yes, the small window was closed, but why should that mean I could not hear through it? I feared our prosecutor might himself need an interpreter. Oh, got him. The problem here is words. Lamar, this small window through which you heard the voice. Was it up high on the ceiling of the room, not low on the wall? Yes, it was up on the ceiling. What? Oh, is that the secret to the Gramier trick? See, a lot of this is coming back to me, but that's like one thing that's like completely slipped. I'm guessing he said we'll have order. We will have order. Witness, you will clarify the statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime? Yes, in fact I was. I am sorry, I never imagined it would become such an important point. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there? Good question here, Forehead. I believe it's time for another testimony. I am not sure I can't. May I remind you this is a murder trial, we will hear your testimony. It's not because she doesn't want to, Judge, it's because she signed basically an NDA. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please. Well, looks like I'm on the right track. Can she actually testify? Shouldn't she like get permission about it first? Yes, I was above the ceiling when I heard the voice. I had heard there was a small window there before. It was in the middle of my performance. I had no time to report what I had heard. As to why I was there, I cannot say. I am bound to secrecy on this matter. Bound to secrecy? In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. But you say you were in the middle of your performance, so this did happen during the second set. I did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard. Yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail. That's what the cross-examination is for, Hair Forehead. Ooh. Our mission in this court is to... Our mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. What are you going to do, Apollo? Cry. And then when I'm done, I'll cry some more. I'm going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her. It's funny, like, because everything hasn't clicked for Apollo. Like, he knows why she was up there, technically. Just needs to click. It needs to connect. Alright. Above the ceiling. Could you be more specific? I cannot. Because you're bound to secrecy? Yes. To tell the truth, I was not supposed to even say I was above the ceiling. I dare not say more. Doesn't sound like I'll be able to coax it out of her just by asking. Are we... I don't think we present yet, do we? We even have... I guess say like when it's time to, it'll be this tape, I guess. By small window, you mean the air vent? No, Apollo, she means the noodle stand. I only remembered I needed to be careful where I put my hands and feet. I cannot see the light coming through the window, of course. The air vent grate could trip you up, certainly. So I was walking very carefully when I heard the gunshots. Startled, I crouched and listened. That is when I heard his voice come from the room. Daryan's voice. I knew something terrible had happened yet. See, that must be so scary, because she's blind. She's stumbling through, like, she can't see, and then she's in the vent, which is small, constricted, and dark for a typical person anyway. And then all of a sudden she hears gunshots and like a man talking, or like yelling or whatever. And yet she's so composed. Like, I admire her. So without a word, you just let the third set start? After the curtain closed for the second set, there was still much to do. Could have prevented this whole misunderstanding if you had only told us sooner. Yes, perhaps I could have. I see little point in badgering the witness. What's done is done. The mind works differently when one is in the middle of a performance. Okay, but like... murder? You know, whatever. Why, I've lost my voice in the middle of a show and kept on singing, completely unaware. How? Or do you mean like you sang but nobody heard you? I guess? Singing without a voice? If only all contradictions were so obvious. If only I could get Lamore to talk. Pressuring her like this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. Okay. You heard the gunshots during the second set during your performance. You're quite sure? Yes, why would I lie? What? Why would I lie about the time? Why didn't you tell us this yesterday? No one asked me. I love when that line is said, like in any kind of circumstance in TV shows, games, or whatever. It's like, why didn't you tell us? Well, you didn't ask. I thought you all knew. I told you Machi was not the killer. I told you this many times. Yes, you did. But you never told us why. I am sorry. I was not able to speak of it. Unable or unwilling? She's not talking, Apollo. What do we do? We'll just have to prove it ourselves. As long as she's bound by this pact of silence, she won't talk. But if I can prove why she was up there, she'll have to admit it. How are you going to do that? She was singing on the stage, Apollo. She couldn't have been up above the ceiling, too. Yes, she could. I've got a theory as to why, too. And maybe I've got the evidence to prove it. She's bound to secrecy. It's going to take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk. Okay, I think I know why she was up there. But how do I prove it? What statement do I even present on, though? Guessing that one? Because, yeah, this is about... Okay, that's about... Okay. Okay. So... Okay. Investigation request, postcard, revolver... Obviously none of those. I'm guessing it's this. Because this will probably be used after to show that they connect, right? Let's give it a shot. No. Alright. Please think the facts over before making accusations. I don't think that would be any points with the judge. Okay. Why don't we press this? So only what I didn't press. Hold on. Exactly who bound you to secrecy? I'm not sure I'm allowed to say who it was. Though I think perhaps that is alright. It is just a name, after all. It was Valent Gramier. Perhaps you know him? Valent Gramier? What? You mean Uncle Valent? What? Valent Gramier? Who's Valent Gramier? That one kid in class. The Grand Magician, the one responsible for the illusion performed during our concert. Interesting reaction, Prosecutor Gavin. Lamora was bound to secrecy. It's going to take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk. I think I know why she was up there. How do I prove it? With the evidence. Okay. Newspaper article, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar, blah blah blah. Okay, so now can we present the tape? Objection! Okay, maybe it's just the wrong statement. I love losing all my health bars. Okay. So I was here, I cannot say. Okay, what if it was here? Oops. Alrighty. Again. Objection! There we go. Just right evidence, wrong statement. Dang, these games and that freaking annoying mechanic. Oh boy. Lamora, truth be told, the reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear. Especially when you consider what happened during your performance. What happened? Yes, it's all right here. It's all right here on this video. Oh my gosh. We've seen this so many times. It's okay. It's awesome every time. It's fine. It's such a good trick. Oh, here, my favorite part's coming up. Poor guy's chilling with it because of his guitar, and then fire! Fire! He's fire burning. I wonder if he ended up getting any like burn marks on his hand from because he was like pressed up right against it. It gets me every time, him trying to put out the fire. Ay. As we can see, Lamoire was clearly not on stage for her entire performance. Oh. Though it saddens me to be so realistic, Lamoire is incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation. So the only explanation is that she was hidden from view. I mean, what if she had like a secret power, you know? If she had to hide it for her safety, you know? You never know. Nah, that would be a different game genre. During that time, she moved to the back of the forum. Apollo? What, Trucy? It's not nice to reveal a magician's secrets, and it's against the rules. Okay, but like, we're solving a murder trial here. What do you want from me? But I'm a lawyer. I'm not supposed to be nice. This is all very fascinating. But how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears. She couldn't have moved that fast. Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin? This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed. Aha! He's just realizing his own oversight. Yeah! Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. I love when Apollo's confidence is up. Go, Apollo! Here we can trace a route through the ceiling. It goes from the stage, through the backstage, to the rear of the forum. Recall Lamoire's testimony from yesterday. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. There was something like a little window there. That's how I saw it. She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling. Lamoire knew of this location because of her part in the illusion. But she wasn't the only one who knew. What? Just now in the lobby, Machi told me something. I know if opening vent, I can leave stage and backstage. You said that? Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin? Dang, go off, Apollo. I knew about the Vanishing Act, of course. Yet I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me? Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know? Which is why he bound Lamoire to secrecy. Well, Lamoire? I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Machi was right about you. So what does this mean? Are you saying you used this route above the ceiling? I did. Well, that's that, but I'm still a little confused. Why is that, Your Honor? As I said before, there is very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. Wingardium Leviosa. 20 seconds tops. How could she? She stopped to hear the shooter's voice. I'm guessing it was like, how could she have made it or something? Hold on. How could she do it so fast? That's a good question. Can the witness explain this to the court? I cannot. Very well, Mr. Justice. Yes? It's all up to you. Do your thing. What thing, Your Honor? You need to explain how Lamoire was able to teleport like she did, or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. Why do I get picked on? Why do I get picked on? It's Lamoire who isn't going along with the program here. Hey, she's blind. She can't see the program. As I have stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail. And you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it'll be your job to wring the truth out of her. Yes, if you would, please. Right. I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo. Except, you know, the only thing at stake in finals is your mark and not like someone's life. I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. It's the voices, Mom. They're in the walls. They're in the walls. 2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens. I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something. As is my curiosity. Hold on. Okay. Apollo... Apollo, you can't cheat on your exam. Take it away, Mr. Justice. Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamar is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figured it out already. I'm a magician after all. Well, tell me. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here. Not when it comes to magic. No, no, no. Alright, follow the route exactly as instructed. Emergency exit backstage. Stagehand waited there. Enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage. Okay. Moved there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice. Do we... I'm just thinking, sorry, why don't I press and then see if I get any hints? How did you proceed along this route? How? Why, I walked. But you arrived behind the forum much too fast to have been walking. Tell the truth, Lamar. You rode some kind of vehicle. What? A vehicle? What vehicle? Ah, what a novel idea. I like it. Hey, that's not a bad guess. Wrong, but not bad. Yes, laugh at the dumb attorney. I don't mind. I'm sorry, but the girl's right. That vent was much too small for vehicles. It was a tight fit. Even I had to crouch as I walked. I cannot imagine a vehicle that would fit in such a small space. If it wasn't a vehicle, what was it? You had me going for a while there, Mr. Justice. Too bad. Ready for the next part? Why do I feel like I'm on some kind of quiz show? Did everyone in the concert staff know about the trick? I'm guessing not. Not at all. Not all. Only a few that were needed to help. See, like I said, it's on a need-to-know basis. So not many people knew about the trick. What were these stagehands required to do? Stand on their hands? On stage? I'm joking. One needed to open the emergency exit. The door to the stairs is locked, but once through there... enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. So when you came back out, you were behind the audience. Yes, that is how it worked. Not a bad show, if I do say so myself. That's Uncle Valid for you, the old Gramier touch. But on the video, you were only gone for 20 seconds. How is that possible? That's the part I don't get either. Yes, it would have been hard to go so far in only 20 seconds. Hold it! 2 minutes? Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running. Running? In that cramped, dark tunnel above the ceiling? Haha, Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference to me. That's true, but... So you're saying on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes? Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. See, I stopped halfway. Lamar disappears on the video for 20 seconds. But she says she made the trip in 2 minutes. How? If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video. Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us. Something that could explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony. Has explained the discrepancy. Hold on. If I check the video, do I have to watch the whole thing, or can I like skip through? Okay. Okay. Wait. Oh, the fire starts early. Look at that. What if that switch was needed for something else? Okay, now his guitar sets fire. We know that. Okay, the only thing I can think of is when his, guitar flashes before she actually starts the trick. Do I try that? Sure. There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between the video and the testimony, which is the, tape. I mean, it has to be in here regardless, but... Ah, so this is it? The magical key to unlocking this illusion's dark secret? Tell us how it works. Quickly, I can't bear the suspense. I was kind of hoping someone else would jump in at this point. Well, you see... Hair Judge, I do hate to spoil the mood, but I haven't the faintest idea what he's talking about, and neither does he. I'm a little confused there, too, Apollo. Right, by which I conclude that I was wrong. Better luck next time, Pollywog. Mr. Justice, I'm holding you responsible for spoiling my mood. Okay, that was worth it. Was that a tear I just saw in the judge's eye? Alright, nothing to do but rethink this through. The key's in the video somewhere, I'm sure of it. Okay. Let us say there's no evidence. What kind of evidence could prove that? What's your professional opinion about this one, Trucy? Sorry, I don't work in evidence. And I don't work in tricks. I'm an attorney, not a magician, for crying out loud. Really? I'm sure Daddy would have loved working on this. Thanks, that makes me feel oh so much better. Well, I don't know about all of you, but I find this mystery fascinating. Of course you do. And I'm not letting this trial go any further until we get to the bottom of it. The defense will continue with the cross-examination until we have some answers. Easier said than done. And it was Daryan's voice you heard? Yes, I am certain it was him. Matter best left for later, Ja. Put that forehead of yours to work on this illusion first. Hold on, I think the identity of the killer is a little more important, don't you? Important Schmortens. Objection overruled. Tell us about the illusion. No, he's trying to avoid the problem at hand, Apollo. Trying to avoid the problem? This is a murder trial. The killer is the problem. Contradiction between Lamore's testimony and the video. Unraveling an illusion can't be so different from solving a normal case, right? Sorry, Apollo. I'm not telling. Not even if you... Oh, okay. Not even make those puppy dog faces. Fine, fine. I feel like I'm missing something and it's like right in front of my face and it's like... When I find out what the answer is, I'm gonna be like so like mad. Literally. This is like... Is this it? It's like the only thing I have left, but... Okay, but why? 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 Lamar, do you happen to remember this brooch, or however you want to say it? Ah, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not? It was found at the scene, Your Honor. And you're bringing this up now, why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped. So did I, but we hadn't. Take another look at the video. I didn't even think to notice that. Oh my gosh. Okay. I played the video like 3 times trying to figure out what the heck it is. I didn't even think to notice the brooch or the brooch or whatever. Here you can see she's wearing the brooch or brooch. So she is. Let's look a bit later. Is she not wearing... Oh. Is she not wearing it? Oh. Alright. Okay. What? The brooch. It's gone. What? Yes. The brooch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. The landlord we see before the vanishing act and the landlord we see after are two different people. What? What? The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Landlord, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime? Yes, I think I did. Order! Prosecutor Gavin! From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, Herr Judge. I, of course, knew about it. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it, it's just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. So I was right? There was a switch? There was. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lamoire was replaced. While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement, Lamoire? Why, the man behind the illusion, Valiant Gremier. What? It was Gremier? That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing. Yes? The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you were on stage. That's right. But this, fake Lamoire is still singing. And she's pretty good. Oh my gosh. That's true. Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They were just playing a recording. Cavaliers aren't some kind of air guitar band, Ferlin. Oh, you mean I'm wrong? When we play a show live, we play live, no recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lamoire. Very well. Yes, do tell. Yes, do tell and add it to your testimony. I had to keep singing even while I moved. Hold it! You were singing? Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used this. Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage? Why should it matter where I sing when everywhere I go is the same darkness? That's impressive, but if you were singing while you were walking... That's right, wouldn't the shooter and victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all. That's right. Are you sure? You have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. Once again, we come back to the scene of the crime. Oh, the speakers. They were blaring. What state? Back. I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo. The speaker? That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. Ah, that's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? It pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones, useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Satisfied? That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. So Lamoire singing in the ceiling. It sounded just like Lamoire singing over the speaker. Genius, her voice was hidden by her voice. Ah, Lamoire? I have just remembered something. Do tell. When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes, it startled me, so I stopped singing. What? I forgot the words I was supposed to sing. The song stopped? Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would notice. Forehead. That mixing board I let you, where is it? The mixing, huh? That machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks. Oh, this. I'd completely forgotten about it. I didn't. That was too fun. Let's take a listen. I can't do anything, right? Okay. We're just, supposed to sit here and listen. What voice? What voice? Which track is her voice? The song does stop there. It does? I must have missed it. Look at the lyric sheet at the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. Goodness gracious. Nothing against Lamar, really. It's just that we've heard this so many times by now. Oh. Oh, that's... Oh my gosh, the power of, like, the brain. I heard, like, when I would hear it, like, when we'd view the video, I always heard, like, two. That is so weird, but there's only one. This is evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake. The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamoire's ballad. If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter, which means that Daryan Crescent could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. And alibi smashed. Yeah. Well, Prosecutor Gavin, fascinating. I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turned around so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains. Oh my gosh. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? Herr Forehead's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it is entirely based upon Lamoire's testimony. Yes, is there a problem with this? Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. But if she is lying to protect the defendant... I can't argue with him there. It's true. Even though she's supposed to be, like, under oath, but still. But you have no proof. All I'm saying is that the truth is yet unclear, until we hear directly from the man himself. The man? You don't mean... Yes. Though he is a friend and band member, Daryan Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way. Someone with a new perspective on the case. As a suspect, to be frank. Oh my gosh, yay! Finally! Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole! Oh my gosh. And I'm ready to catch him. Daryan Crescent, get ready for justice. This is as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess. Prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin. And the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are. Very well, court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess. Okay, you may not need to be reminded, but are you saying that Apollo needs to be reminded, huh? Trying to make a slight, a slight, I guess it's just called, right? Or a dig, there you go, a dig at Apollo. Oh boy. Okay, so like the trial is gonna continue? Like we're gonna call Daryan today, right? Apollo, I can't believe it. It really happened during the second act? And right in the middle of Lamoire's performance? The reason why she was in that air vent, and that switch, and the flaming guitar. When you link it all together, that's what you end up with. I knew you had what it took. I knew it. It's Phoenix! Yay! Ah, Daddy! Mr. Wright, you believed in me? Not really. Oh my gosh. Huh? I just thought that it'd make a cooler entrance than say, hiya. Why do I even bother hoping? Where have you been lately, Daddy? You haven't been coming to the office at all. Ah, sorry about that, Trucy. I'm on a secret mission. Secret? We like you're undercover? Yes, he's with the CIA, who knew? Like Mr. Latouche, only shorter, not as well dressed. Dang! Oh no, what if you're shot too, Daddy? Would I do a thing like that to you? Anyway, I'm off for a while again. Huh? You're leaving? Oh, one thing before I go. What? Good luck. Right. Awkward. Oh my gosh, me when I try to have a conversation. Is that all you came to say? think you have things pretty much under control. You'll get Machitobai off the hook, no doubt. Yeah, but you're after that detective, aren't you? Daryan Crescent. It won't be easy proving he did it. Especially not under the current court system. Current court system? What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption. Namely, that our diva, Divine, is telling the truth. Ooh, what a nice description. But what about all the proof? The brooch and the switch? A piece of jewelry and a lyrical blunder. There are plenty of other ways to explain these things, the flaming guitar too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. But, you know, and how law is actually done, we've done our job already. Our job was to prove there's doubt. The prosecution's job is to prove without a shadow of a doubt. What? Prove without a shadow of a doubt that the defendant is guilty, which they haven't been able to do. So technically we've already won. If the sultry songstress is lying, your case melts like butter in a frying pan, leaving behind the faintly singed scent of failure. Dang, did he take some poetry classes? I mean, he was like a literature major before he switched to law, wasn't he? Oh gosh. So what do I do? Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend. Detective Sky. Emma? Let's see, this bag of snacks here was meant for me. She gave him some snackos, nice. Here it is. What are those, Daddy? They don't look like very good snacking material. They were found at the scene. Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Probably a firecracker or something similar, like the ones kids are into these days. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually. Under the sofa. Hey, Apollo! That's where we found the little device thingy. Right, this. Well, finally, some evidence that makes sense. How... sorry. How in the world does this make sense to you? Oh my gosh. Burnt fragments found at the crime scene, bearing gunpowder residue, possibly a firecracker. That's all from me, I suppose. See you after the verdict. Maybe. Right. Every man has an igniter inside him. Excuse me? Find Daryan Crescent's igniter and set it off. And he walked out the door, just like a magician. Normally. What is with this narration? What does he want us to do? No conventional methods? What does that mean? I guess we just have to take his advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. Alright. Let's do this. Court is now back in session, Prosecutor Gavin. Where is Detective Crescent? In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time. Very well. Might I add, I don't believe any of this. Daryan was the first detective I ever worked with. We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs Division 3. Aww. But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination. That's nice, but has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Paula pulled out, that's nice. Anyways, the murder. Correct? Oh, I know. Hair forehead. Very well, call the final witness to the stand. Detective Daryan Crescent. Let's do this, Daryan. I've been suspicious from you from the start, and now we're gonna take you down. Name and occupation, please. Daryan Crescent, Detective, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. That's the International Affairs Division, for those of you who didn't know. And I'm a guitarist for the Gavineers. Maybe you've heard of us. Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today? Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. Oh. You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here. Oh, what a thing to say under, under oath in court. Situation's changed, Daryan, and don't call me partner. Heh, so much for old friends. Oh, I see what you're doing, Daryan. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial. Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. We begin with your response to Lamoire's testimony. If in fact you have anything to say about it. Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice. Ha! Isn't Apollo American? Or, Japanifornian or whatever, wherever these games take place. Conventional methods are out of the window, huh? Here goes nothing. Oh boy. The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she had never heard my voice. She forgot the words because she heard gunshots, as if. Didn't Detective Emma Sky hear those gunshots during the third set anyway? The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. Oh yeah, we haven't proved that yet. Why Apollo and Emma heard gunshots. Wait. Oh, I know what it is. It was this going off. Whatever this is. Oh, was this linked to this? Because it was under the sofa? It might have been. And then when they triggered this, when he said, fire the switch or whatever. Wait, no, he said fire the switch when Lamoire was passing through, no? Oh, wait, no. When he said fire the switch, it was to burn the guitar. Guitar, my theory is, that's something I've remembered. The guitar had these in it. The cocoon. He said fire the switch so that would burn. And then the switch was pressed again to let off a gunshot sound, which I think was this being attached to this, and it popped. And that's what they heard. But they heard 2 gunshots, right? So what, there was like 2 balloons? Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's continue. So you claim Lamoire's testimony was a lie? Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her head just because she's blind. You go too far, Daryan. Look, all I'm saying is, you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Detective Sky? I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. Didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. I can't do this with Lamoire's testimony alone. I'll have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place. Alright. Place she never heard my voice. You never talked to her even though you were playing in the same concert? Not a word as far as I can recall. But weren't there planning sessions or something? Gavin took care of all that himself. Daryan wasn't involved in any of the meetings with her. Ugh. As if you could just go around remembering everyone's voice like that anyway. Only an idiot would believe that. Lamoire's hearing is very sensitive. She could remember him if she heard him, I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it. And I need proof. Why would she have heard him? Hold on. Why would she have heard him? Maybe that's something we don't have proof for. Okay. We know she missed the words. The mixing board proved it. Oh yeah, there was a mistake, but blaming it on gunshots is just a lame excuse. What do you mean? The mixing board proves what? It proves there was a mistake in the song, a missed cue. He's right, he's not wrong. So, she just flubbed it up, big time, that's all. She spins a story about a gunshot to protect the kid, cover her own goof. Man, I'd have to hand it to her if she wasn't sticking it to me at the same time. Daryan, watch what you say. Lamoire is an artist. She just flubbed it up. That's no small accusation for a performer of her caliber. Heh, she got to you, alright? I can see it in your eyes. I tell you, most of her stuff is so pretentious, it's way over my head. This hurts. Because clearly... I mean, he's an artist too. I don't understand why he's like... clearly... No, you know what? I do understand. He's not the smartest tool... the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? There. I've detected a rift in the Gavanir's ranks. Anyway, she's too close to the defendant. Her testimony can't be trusted. If you ask me, I'd go with Detective Sky's story at the drop of a pick. The fact is, he's not wrong. It's true, he's not wrong. Actually, I was there too. So I hear. Which means you heard them too, right? The gunshots? Yes. We heard the gunshots. Neither I nor Emma actually saw the shooting, mind you. See, that's the key point there. I guess you and Lamore got the same excuse then. You know one thing for certain here. There were gunshot-like sounds that emanated from that room during the third set. What we must determine is whether those sounds were actually gunshots. Machi heard them too. Remember he said he ran for the air duct when he heard them? So how do we figure out just what those gunshots during the third set were? That could have been what the shooter wanted us to think. I'll tell you what the shooter, that kid, wants you to think. He wants you to think the diva heard me in that room. Heck, I'm back to relying on Lamore's testimony. As much as I'm enjoying the Daryan and Forehead show, there is no need for such tempers. Don't make us into some comedy duo. I'd pay to see that. Daryan and Forehead. Now airing every Saturday. Oh my god. At like, what, like noon, I guess? This means the Gavin and Daryan show's cancelled. Either of your claims can be proven or disproved. You can argue for days like this and get nowhere. Prosecutor Gavin is quite right. This court will hear no further discussion on this topic without new facts. New facts, huh? He's pretty eager to paint Lamore as a liar, isn't he? Yeah, because her testimony is basically our entire case. This is tough, so what do we do? I've got a few ideas. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he says it did. It did. Alright, so I'm guessing the new evidence we got from Phoenix. Right? Oh hey, our bars restored. I just noticed that. Oops. Because I was just thinking about, oh no, we're gonna get more penalties and we're almost out. Alright, fresh set of penalties, fresh chances to fail. Here we go. Oh wow, we got it. Okay, I mean, like, what else were we supposed to present? Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial. What things? Sorry, that came out weird. What things? The first was this small device. That's the remote triggered igniter. Oh my gosh. Correct. And one more thing. What are those? The remains of something burnt. Not another guitar, I hope. I was just thinking of the meme. What are those? Traces of gunpowder were found on these fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. Eh? How did Gavin know about this? What, you think Detective Sky works for you? I received the report this morning before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually. What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin? Oh, I mentioned Daryan as a witness in today's trial. Just in case. Oh, yay! This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the third set could have been two firecrackers rigged to go off by a remote control. Oh boy. Haha! You got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me. How so? So you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off? Right when two witnesses came walking by? Ha! That's right. Daryan was out on stage when it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then? If a firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one there to hear, You get my drift? Why go through the trouble, man? Ugh. How do I explain this? You may not look it, but Daryan is a gifted detective. Show any weakness, and he's sure to find it. You may not look it, partner? Gee, thanks, man. That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself. And I saw something odd there just before the third set. Something odd? A headset. The kind all of the band staff members were wearing. That's right. We picked this up in front of the door to that dressing room. What if that headset wasn't dropped but placed? And what if it was turned on? You could hear what was going on in the hallway. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay, okay. Even if you were out on stage. Yay, we're working with Gavin. Yay! Whose side are you on, Gavin? Listen to me, Daryan. There are no sides in a court of law. Which is why I now turn to you, Hair Forehead. I have a question for you. Huh? For me? The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly a possibility that they were part of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything. Those gunshots might have been real or fake, what we can't say. You've raised the possibility that the shots heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case. The other half? Look, I'll just tell him. He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while a little piano player was on stage. That right, Gavin? Indeed, if you can't prove that, then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless. Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second set? Yeah, I think. You'd better know, apologies, I was gonna say. Tristan read my mind. I was gonna say, don't just think, no. Otherwise, we're through. It can be proven. Make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you. Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness your testimony, if you would. This isn't going to be easy. I need some decisive proof and fast. You ready, kid? 'Cause I am. This guy, I swear. Alright. I've had enough of you. We'll continue my conversation with you next time. We're almost there. We just gotta prove the shooting took place there, and then like the cocoon smuggling to it and as his motive, and we're done. I think. Anyway, so either in the next part or the part after, he's gonna be through. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one, where we finally nail him. Maybe. Possibly. Or at least get close to it anyway. Alright everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.